Welcome back, everybody, to the continuation of our Let's Play of space exploration and Krastorio 2. So, it's been more than a week for me since I recorded last, and to be perfectly honest, last week's recording session was a bit shifty, to say the least, because most of the recording I did late Sunday night, and by late Sunday night, I mean like 2 to 3 a.m. Oof. And it seems I kind of forgot to schedule the final episode, which you might have noticed on Friday there was no episode coming out, but on Saturday there was one coming out. I just forgot to release it. I'm so sorry. Last week's work week was so intensely crazy that it just slipped my mind. And next week is also still going to be crazy, but the week after that is going to be simple again, because next week is the final deadline of the project. And it's not it's not like our project is going bad. It's more like the final integration is going bad. We have all the components, but the components don't really want to play nice with each other, and that means we have to go through things and see why things are not playing nice with each other and tweak them accordingly. And that's a bit of a process. Could have probably done that earlier, but well, to be perfectly honest, I've never seen it any different in any project up to date. Every project I've been in, like the last 2, 3, 4 weeks of it, reaching the deadline is usually always crazy. But it's not as crazy as that it's bad. It's just crazy that it's intense, and I'm fine with that. Good. Nevertheless, today, first of all, the Immersite facility over here. I'm not quite sure if I've done this in the last video or not. I didn't check my last video because I just wanted to continue on with what we are doing. But this place over here is now fully integrated and operational. The only thing we are missing is the Immersite powder. Now, for the Immersite powder, we want to go to... Where's that thing again? To, not to Sparky. We want to go to... Byra? Byra. Yes, Byra, because Byra over here has a whole bunch of Immersite for us available, which we just need to mine up. We might even set up the iridium mines, because there's also a whole bunch of iridium over here that we can process. But before we're going to do that, we should absolutely make the final Immersite machine, and that is the Immersite crystal machine. Now, I'm already preparing over here an area. This is going to be the new blueprint area, where we just have a big concrete section where we can blueprint on so that you guys can see a little bit better. But for now, well, we're going to play in the sand. We're quite literally going to sandbox this thing. Nevertheless, let's set up what we need. So we are going to need, okay, I think 2 of these, and I think 1 of these. And the first thing we're going to do is we are going to turn the crushed Immersite, which we will get from a cargo rocket, into immersium sulfide. The sulfide, I think we can then cook up over here into fine Immersite powder. These steps we've already done, and for these steps, we can technically just copy-paste what we have over here. We can use this as a starting template. Oh, bots, could you maybe not place that, please? Oh, yeah, just... Okay, bots, do it again. Then don't do it again. There we go. So we could use this template over here as our starting point. You might also notice there's some modules in here. If we go over here, I did add productivity modules and speed modules to these machines. We kind of said that we don't really want to have too much productivity modules in here because it will just fritz itself. Instead, we only have... Actually, we can't even put... I don't think we can even put productivity modules in these 2. We can put over here, but we don't need that. Yes. But one important thing is that the crafting speed of these 2 machines should be similar, which they are. They're both sitting at 4.8, so the crafting speed is identical. The only difference is that this thing over here puts out more product, which is great. Good. So we got this thing over here. This thing over here will make it so that this one over here can run non-stop. So we can already tell that we are going to be making, what is that? 16, 32, 64 fine Immersite powder every 10 seconds. That is 6.45 fine Immersite powder per second. And then we want to turn that into crystals. There we go. Oh boy. So one of these machines needs 8 fine Immersite powder every 30 seconds. How many do we make? 6.4 per second. If we place down 4 of these, we need about 1 per second. If we place down 4 times 6, 24 of these, we might need the amount of Immersite powder that we make. Which means whatever we make over here, we should put it on a belt and then feed it in a big machine over here. That is how we're going to do it. So let's do the calculation a little bit more exact. It is 8 thirds per second. Okay. 8 thirds per second. I need to calculate for that. My brain is already fritzing out. And we make 6.4 per second. 6.4. Let's have a look at that one. That is 1.6 per second. There we go. And no, that's... Yes, that is... No, we make 6.4 per second. We have already calculated that. 6.4 per second over here. And you over there need 8 divided by 30. Wait a minute, that's even less than that. That's a horrible number. If we have 30 of these, we need 8. Okay, I'm going to whip out the calculator real quick. So, it's going to be fairly easy. We need 8 divided by 30. There we go. That's 8 divided by 90. 8 divided by 30. There we go. We need 0.2666666 per second, and we make 6.4 per second. So 6.4 divided by 0.266666666 means exactly 24. Exactly 24. Good. Good. So one of these blocks over here can feed up 24 of these blocks. And we can't really put these 24 around here so that we can get ourselves a nice little setup. So instead, we're just going to probably do something like this and that and this and that. Now, we should maybe also think in terms of beacons. We definitely do want to think in beacons over here for this machine. Yes, we don't really want to think in beacons in this machine. We can't put beacons in there, so we're not going to think in that. So if we think in beacons, we can definitely make these machines twice as fast, easily, with speed 3 modules. So instead of 24, we're going for 12. But that does mean that we need to figure out a way how we can get around the beacon. And actually, that is also not too hard. We've also done that already a couple of times. We can actually do this, that, this, that, and this. And that will give us a really, really nice setup if we at least move this around correctly. Wait a minute, you over there, and you over there. Yeah, you over there, and you over there. That will be... Will that be fine? That will be fine. We don't really need that many items. I mean, we need 8 every 30. If we go with a crafting speed of 2, we will need 8 every 15. A long hand insert over here can easily do that. So we could do something like this. And then just... Long hand insert over here. Long hand insert over there. Good. Of course, then, of these over here, we can just connect them up with pipes. Here we go, and then get the appropriate underground pipes. Technically, we could... No, we can't move it in, because this beacon is in the way. We could... No, I think this is fine. This is perfectly fine. And we want to go with 12. Now, this is 8. This will be 12, but then we just keep out the back part of it, and it should be fine. Other option would be, actually, if you think about it, not use any speed beacons over here, or not do a beacon build at the end over here, and then we get the same ratio. But you know what? This is fine. This is perfectly fine. I'm kind of thinking of maybe just shuffling this over here a little bit, but then again, these machines over here, if we just put pure speed modules onto them, we can adjust over here with beacon, speed, and productivity modules. It should be fine. And you know what? Worst case scenario, if we do somehow end up outpacing these machines by a lot, we still have the space over here to add additional machines. On the other side, though, wait a minute. Oh, I see something magnificent. If we butterfly this, let's go for this. And let's go for this. If we butterfly this, then we have the exact same amount, or the required amount of things in here. But now we have one issue. Do we have an issue? No, we don't have an issue. Because this just goes in, that just goes in. And actually, this stops over here, and that stops over there. This is perfect. This is... Oh, this is gorgeous. I love this. Yes! Okay, let's put a loader over there for now, and a loader over there for now. Do I order up 100 of these? No, please, order only 50 of these. I probably ordered up 100 at some point in time, just to construct something. But yes, this looks absolutely great. Now, there's one more question we need to answer. And that is the amount of liquids that we make over here. And that is going to be done over here. We also need to keep in mind that we do need to add silicon to this whole thing. And we do have 2 different outputs. Uh-oh. We do have enough space on top over here to do that. So that is fine, but yes, okay, no, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Good, nevertheless, each machine over here will require 80 immersium sulfides every 30 seconds. In total, we have 24 machines. So 24, and we're just going to calculate this old school way. 24 times 80 divided by 30. There we go. 64, baby. 64 immersion sulfide per second is required. 15 of these make 50 per second. Okay. Yes, so 15 divided by 50. We can just straight up calculate that. That is 6.4 divided by 0.3. We're gonna need 213. Excuse me? 213? Did I miscalculate? Please tell me I miscalculated. Let's have another look at this. We need 40 immersion sulfide every 30 seconds. We will have a crafting speed of 2. Because we can do that with speed and productivity beacons. We will get the speed of 2. We can see that, for example, over... Where is that? Is it over here? Yeah. This machine at the moment has a crafting speed of 1.6. But that's only because there's speed 2 modules in here. If we put speed 3 modules in this, it will have a crafting speed of 2. So yes, crafting speed of 2 is definitely the thing for us to go. Okay. So we do need 80. I'm just going to do the calculation one more time, just to make sure. 80 divided by 30. That's 2.66666 per second. And then to make our liquids over here, we make 50 every 15. Maybe I just miscalculated. Nah, I think I added the 0 too much to it. I definitely added the 0 too much to it. Did I though? 50 divided by 15 is 3.333 per second. And we need 2.66666 per second. And there we go. Let's put it in again. Times 24, because that's the amount of machines that we have. That is this amount. That's the 64 we have again. And then divide this by 3.33333. And then we reach 19.2. So 20 of these. Okay, 20 of these is definitely better. I definitely miscalculated there. But nevertheless, I was already thinking about how to set up a machine with 213 of these. Good. So to supply this, we will need 20 of these. I'm kind of thinking of maybe something like... Let's just spitball this a bit. That's 6. That's 12. We need 20. Actually, we need 19.2, but I'm going with 20. Yeah, you know what? How about the following? 2, 3, 4, 5. That should be 10. That is 10. And then... Oh, yes. Look at this. Not quite sure where we're going to place them yet. Maybe over here. Maybe somewhere else. This is just a temporary placeholder. But we're going to have a row of these machines over here. And they're going to be making these sulfide non-stop. We don't really need to think about speed modules too much. Or productivity modules too much. Because they don't get any bonuses. We could set it up that we need less of these machines. And just add some speed modules to it. If we go pure speed modules... Every speed module increases by 30%. Every speed module over here increases by 40%. We could just double down the speed of these machines by means of speed modules. And then just make sure that these over here have the same crafting speed as these over here. You know what? Let's do that. Then we would need only half of this. And if we only need half of this, then this over here. Then we have 5 of these. Now it looks a bit weird. But it should be correct, because now we can do this thing over here. We can just put a pipe over there. And we can maybe do something like a pipe over there. And then connect these up like this. And then you get something over there. You get something over there. There we go. And then this and that, this and that, this. And this will then be making the liquids that we need down there. And very important, we do need to think about where our output will be going. I'm just going to make one big belt over here for a second. And we also need to think about where we will get the other input, because we've got one more input in here. And then, of course, on top of this, we will need to have more sulfuric acid production. Ooh. You know what? The more I think about it, this was already pretty nice. Having it like this. And it will continue to be very nice having it like this if we do something like this. And that. Because then we can stack everything on top of each other. Then we can also definitely think about something like... How about... Ooh, we could have one connection like this to flood into there. One connection over here to flood into there. And then maybe just do this. There we go. So that can flow around. We don't really want to make a circle. Circles are terrible for liquids, but something like this could be fine. I would prefer if we could like put one input at this end and one input at this end and let them meet in the middle. But I think this will be fine. I think this will be fine. We could also, now to think about it, no, that's terrible. Maybe this is better. Because this way around, everything goes this way, goes this way, goes this way, goes this way, goes this way. And then we don't need to think about how... then we don't need to think too much about liquids anymore. We can also definitely put a pump over here to make sure that things go this way. And then the only thing we need to do over here is to make sure that we have a correct setup over here for each of these. Perfect. Lovely. I like this. There we go. And it goes over here, gets pumped, goes over there, and then it just lingers over there. I don't care. Good. The sulfur. Now, we're going to make some sulfur. We're also going to need some silicon. We need some silicon to make the crystals. How much silicon do we need? We need 6 silicon every 30 seconds. So we can definitely do that with a long head inserter. There we go. And we're going to pair these together in pairs of 2 because that looks nice. That's the only reason. That's the only reason why we do things, because they look nice. As for the output, we are going to go with, well, how fast will this be? Oh, stack inserters? Yeah, let's go with stack inserters. I think it will be fine. Here we go. Let's place both of them real quick, because one of these needs to be... Oh, actually, no, it needs to be filter inserters then. Wait. Filter inserters. Near. You over there, you are going to become the immersium crystal. Where is that thing? Where is that thing? Is it in here? There it is. And the other one on the far end is going to become the sulfur. Now, there's of course one question we need to answer ourselves, and that is each machine over here makes 9 items per second in total. 18, no, not 9 items per second, sorry, 18 items per craft, because crafting speed over 2, or 9 items per crafting speed. That could be fine. We got 12 of these. We got actually more than that. We got way more than that. We got 24 of these. 24 of these. Running at crafting speed 2, so 48 of these. We can just adjust that like that. 48 times 6 is 288 divided by 30. We make 9.6 of the crystal per second in total, and we make 4.8, sorry, I can calculate, 4.8 sulfur per second. The 9.6 is the interesting part. The 9.6, that would mean that 9.6 in total across all machines. So a yellow belt over here will be fine. A yellow belt over here will be perfectly fine, because a yellow belt over here will only hold half the amount of that. So we're going to be good. Yeah, this is good. This is good. Perfect. And then we just place these around here everywhere. Excellent. And then we do more or less the same thing. Down here. Yeah, down here. There we go. These should now also put out on the same sides. We know the setup over here. And the other thing we need on here is that silicon input. There we go. Good. Oh, this looks lovely. This looks very lovely. Perfect. Now, there is 2 things we need to do at the end over here. Let's place you down real quick. You over there. You are going to be... Well, actually... Let's start with this. We only need one of these, actually, now to think about it, because we have our zipper mechanic again. And our zipper mechanic is going to be doing something like this, where we pull the sulfur out this way. We could then have something like this over here. There we go. With an input priority at the bottom. There we go. Good, and we can use this to feed up the sulfuric acid machines over here again. I did a calculation to see if we make more sulfur than we need. We make less, so doing it like this will be fine. And then, of course, we got our output going this way. And our output will just go somewhere. We should keep in mind that we also need some sulfuric acid over here. But I think this sulfuric acid over here... Well, it would be nice if this belt over here would also supply you. Now to think about it. What we could do... Maybe... Yeah. Let's pull that out a little bit more. Let's pull this back to the source where it came from. And then push it back into these machines so that we can definitely make sure that we only have the required amount of sulfur where we need it. Good, 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 good. There we go. And then pull this over there. Good. And we also need sulfur on the other side. Oh, God. I forgot. What we could do is definitely pull this over and then move you to there. And then we're good over here as well. And then we got ourselves a block. Now, this over here makes 9.6 crystals per second. How many of these crystals do we actually need? What do we need them for? That's not what I clicked on. Is it? There we go. So what do we need the crystals for? We need them for material testing. We need like 0.2 per second per machine. Actually, if we make this in space, we need quite a lot of them, but that will be fine. And we need them for speed modules, and speed modules do require quite a lot of them. It's only 2 per second, but that is a decent amount. We're gonna need them for the AI cores. We're gonna need them for the energy control conduit. This is a thing that we do need in quite a lot of advanced buildings. So that's an intermediate. We need it for the Immersite ammunition. Oh, ammunition. Yeah, we're probably going to dunk a lot of it into ammunition, especially Immersite rifle magazines. The Immersite rifle magazines don't really do much more damage than the green ammo or the radioactive ammunition, but the radioactive ammunition then would mean, if we don't make that anymore, that would mean that we could focus all of our uranium for power and a little bit of research. I would rather do that with that. Good, and then there's a whole bunch of other things. So we do need quite a lot of it. Let's put it like this. We do need quite a lot of it. So, is there a pipe over there? Or am I going crazy? Oh, I never noticed that there was this little nubby over there. So we definitely do want to make 2 of these back to back. Something like this. And now suddenly sulfur becomes a bit more interesting, because now we could do a bit more of a ground loop with sulfur, or we just ignore it. And I think we should ignore it. Let's not go too crazy with it. There we go. But we do need to think of a couple of things. Yeah, I'm missing something. I'm definitely ignoring a very important part, and that is you. This is not how any of this goes. And the problem we have over here is this belt. This belt over here, on its own, is perfectly fine. It's actually not too bad. Let's pick it up real quick, but we can't use this belt for sulfur, as we do need immersion, and we do need quite a lot of immersion. So I am going to place down the same belt again. I know. Sorry about that. But what we need is some stack inserters over here for all of the Immersite. And we should maybe also have a check upon on the other machine we made over here, how this belt progresses in the future. Because if I remember correctly, okay, we just made it red. Never mind, we just made it red. Then let's make it red as well. Here we go. That should be fine. That should be fine. Good. The sulfur then again. We're gonna have a belt of sulfur going this way, all the way over here, all across over there, and then it goes down to all the way over there. Good. And then, yeah, you go into there. Actually, you maybe just go into there, and we will be happy about that. Then the immersion dust that we need over there. There will be a train station over here for the Immersite dust. We can load up these 2, and then this belt, and then we will be fine. Then you over there, the Immersite dust production. Actually, another look at this. Okay, you don't really have a byproduct, but one thing we're not doing over here is making sure that the gases are being vented over here. So let me just fetch myself a gas vent from somewhere. Like, for example, over there. One of these will be enough. There we go. Good, good, good. And then we do need the same thing over here on the other side. There we go. Ooh. That looks nice. Yeah, sure, keep it like this. Perfect. Now, we also need some immersion all the way over here. What we could do is pull this belt along and make sure it also goes all the way over here. Here we go. Here we go. Good. So a sulfur station will be over here. An immersion dust station will be over there. A silicon station will be on this side. And the immersion crystal output station will be on that side. And I think with this, we can definitely make it a full feature. I might have missed a couple of details. That does happen every now and then. That'll be fine. But the question now is, how many of these are we going to make? Well, I think I want one more. Like, one more for Jesus. There we go. Good. Yeah, that should be fine. That looks bloody amazing. And sure, let's go for this. Also, one thing I did kind of tell myself to do is watch my time a little bit more. The last couple of episodes went over 30 minutes, and to be perfectly honest, I do notice that those episodes actually do worse on YouTube because they get less recommended by the algorithm. So I'm going to do my best to keep these episodes under 30 minutes. Good, good, good. Nevertheless, we will need to figure out a place for this thing to go. Let's have a look. We need some water. We could maybe place it close by this thing. We could just place it over here, but there's that intersection in the way. Maybe not over there. I'm kind of thinking of maybe over here and just get the water from over there. And the more I think about it, the more I think I will actually commit to this plan. Though, keep in mind, it has to be like this so that we can actually put the stations left and right to it. Because over here, actually, it doesn't really matter. We could also do it like this. Let's do it like this. This will be fine. This will be absolutely fine. So, then the only thing we need to think about is which looks more beautiful, this way around or this way around. I go for this way around. Perfect. And then I'm going to place it over here. Good. I'll be making that off camera because it will just take some time to make that thing. Nevertheless, thank you so much for today. If you do like what you see, please do leave a like, a follow, a comment, a subscription. Every one of those actions does help me out in growing this YouTube channel into something bloody amazing. You can also find me on twitch.tv/BotViking, where we do even more Factorio. Currently, we're playing Pyanodons over there, Nullius, but I have to figure out how I can get Nullius back into a regular schedule. And we're also doing a whole bunch of Rimworld. The DLC came out, and oh boy, is that amazing. I can't play, I just want to play even more Rimworld now as well. And we also got an XCOM playthrough going on over there, so oof. The next couple of weeks are probably going to be rough streaming-wise. Nevertheless, thank you so much for today and have an amazing evening. Until next time. See you around!